Let's dive right in. This trip is all about looking a little closer. We're going to go beyond the cliches and try to understand the complex and often really surprising reality of life in America.
So before we hit the road, let's just get a handle on the sheer scale of this place. A couple of key numbers should help set the stage for the journey we're about to take.
Live in the United States. It actually makes it the third largest nation on Earth, right after India and China. But it's not just the number, it's the incredible diversity spread across this huge continent that really defines the country's character.
It's a place just humming with ambition and this relentless energy, where the skyline itself tells a story. Welcome to New York. New York is basically the global capital of finance and culture. It's this powerful magnet, just pulling in the world's most ambitious people and more billionaires than any other city on the planet. It's the ultimate proving ground, built on that famous idea that if you can make it here, you can make it anywhere. But the wealth in New York isn't just what you see in the skyscrapers. A lot of it is deep underground. 80 feet beneath the streets of Manhattan, the Federal Reserve Bank is holding a staggering 6,200 tons of gold. It's like a literal foundation of riches hidden right under your feet. The city's identity is just built on these incredible, iconic moments. From proving the impossible strength of the Brooklyn Bridge by marching a parade of elephants across it, to serving as the nation's very first capital, history is just etched into every single corner. If you want to understand the kind of economic pressure that exists here, just look at a street corner. A license, just a piece of paper, to sell hot dogs can cost upwards of $200,000. And that's not for the real estate, just for the right to operate. It's a wild example of the city's intense competition. And at the absolute peak of that economy, you find places like Billionaires Row. And yeah, it's exactly what it sounds like. A stretch of Manhattan where apartments are some of the most expensive on Earth, and whole buildings are just for the ultra-wealthy. But just a few streets away from all that opulence, you find a completely different reality. This is the other side of New York, a daily struggle that's happening right in the shadow of those gleaming towers. It's a powerful and, honestly, a pretty jarring contrast.
Okay, for our next stop, let's fly about 3 hours west to a city defined by its stunning skyline and a really deep appreciation for design. Chicago, the Windy City.
A great way to get Chicago's unique vibe is to compare its Trump Tower to the one in New York. While they're both massive, the Chicago building is actually widely praised by architects for its beautiful design and how it complements the city. Here, making beautiful buildings is a really big deal.
And just like New York, Chicago is a city of incredibly diverse cultures. One of the most vibrant examples is Devon Street, this bustling neighborhood that's basically the cultural heart for the city's huge South Asian community. Walking down Devon Street feels like you've stepped into another continent. You see the sights and hear the sounds of India and Pakistan everywhere. It's a powerful symbol of how the city embraces its immigrant communities. So much so that streets here are officially named after the founders of both nations, Muhammad Ali Jinnah and Mahatma Gandhi. Our final stop takes us deep into the desert, to this incredible oasis of neon lights. This is a city built entirely on entertainment, risk, and the promise of escape. Get ready for Las Vegas.
This is a city that knows exactly what it is. It's a playground for adults, a place where the normal rules just feel suspended. The entire economy is built around casinos, shows, and nightlife. It's a city that truly comes alive after dark.
To wrap your head around the scale of Vegas, you really only need to look at one hotel, the MGM Grand. It's the largest in the world, with nearly 7,000 rooms. That's more than many small towns. The entire city is built on this kind of logic, a scale that's designed to be overwhelming.
And that sensory overload is the whole point. The famous Las Vegas Strip is like a river of light, a neon spectacle so intense that astronauts can actually see its glow from orbit. It's a testament to a city that's dedicated entirely to spectacle.
So, we've seen the dazzling cities, the immense wealth, the non-stop entertainment. But underneath that glittering surface, there's a much more complicated picture. To really understand America, we have to look at the contradictions that define the whole nation.
So here's a sobering statistic. For a nation that prides itself on being the land of the free, the United States has the highest incarceration rate of any country in the world. It's a complex reality of justice and policy that affects millions and millions of American lives.
And this number represents another huge challenge: healthcare. In the US, a single MRI scan can cost, on average, $1,200.
This kind of expense is a primary source of financial hardship and debt for countless American families.
And ultimately, it all comes down to this tension. America is the land of opportunity, but with a crushing cost of living. It's a global cultural leader that also battles widespread social problems. It is the world's richest nation, and yet it struggles with significant poverty. These contradictions aren't an exception to the rule. They are the core of the American experience.
From the penthouses of New York to the neon glow of Las Vegas, we've seen a nation of just stunning extremes. And it leaves us with one final, lingering question. In this land of so much wealth and so many deep struggles, is the American dream a reality you can actually achieve, or is it just a dream?